because they were good sellers. I got good prices. Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my top 10 Bolo list. What does Bolo mean? Is be on the lookout. These are items that if you find them, they will sell usually fast, but they also sell for really good prices. I pulled clips from my solds videos of things that I consider bolos, and if I ever see them again, I am definitely picking them up because they were good sellers. I got good prices, and sometimes they sold so quickly, sometimes in less than an hour. First up is oversized brands. Like this one was a 4X. If you see things that are 3X, 4X, pick them up in really good brands. This just happened to be a True Religion brand. Okay, so this just happened. I just listed this on eBay, cross-posting to Poshmark. I'm actually picking out a lot of men's items to put on Poshmark, and I got an offer on Posh, and I accepted it. I had listed it for $65. They offered me $55 plus they're paying shipping. I accepted, so I already sold this. So this will be sold and shipped out long before this video goes live. That's what happens when you have a listing challenge. I was hoping this was going to happen while I was doing this. So I was actually listing those shoes and I sold this item. Another thing to note on this item is that it's a 4X. The bigger sizes sell quickly. People like oversized items. Also, there's not too many 4X of anything made, so there's always limited quantities of it and hard to find. So if somebody really wanted to have a 4X item, they have to shop online, which is why this sold so quickly. That's just a reseller tip. I have the hoodie all packaged up in this box. It was a little too big to put into a poly mailer. I'm hoping I get more sales as I do this listing challenge. The whole point of working on our opportunity piles is to list it and sell it and ship it out the door. Also, pick up vintage Pyrex, but not just any and all vintage Pyrex. There is certain patterns that sell for more than others. And so you need to kind of familiarize yourself with which patterns get the highest prices. You can always buy Pyrex, you can always flip Pyrex, but the Amish blueprint pattern, which you'll see in the clip coming up next here, this sells for really good prices. People are always on the lookout for this pattern. They're trying to add it to their collections. It's a little more rare. There's a bunch of rare ones out there. And so I just want to show you two pieces that I picked up and was able to sell and get really good prices for. I also had a sale on Etsy, and it just happens to be this little Pyrex dish. It has the little Amish people on it. It is the turquoise Amish butter print pattern. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I got this at that estate sale that Sherry and I went to. We got a lot of good items at that estate sale. And I paid $1 for this, and I sold it on Etsy for $25 plus shipping. So here's a better look at this Pyrex. It is the turquoise or blue Amish butter print pattern. It's the casserole dish, the rectangular casserole dish. So I got this one and the round one, the small, like 1 quart, I think it is, round one. Might be smaller than that, maybe it's 1 pint, I'm not sure. I got the round dish that matches this, and I got them both at that estate sale that Sherry and I went to. I paid $1 for each. The small one I sold for $25 plus shipping, and I just sold this one for $36 plus shipping on Etsy. Now, I was getting a lot of interest in this. This is a popular pattern, so I would consider this a bolo. I also was getting a lot of lowball offers, which I didn't, like take. They wanted to get it for like $20, or they wanted $25 free shipping, things like that. And I was like, I don't think so. This is a really popular and I think more rare pattern. So when you guys see this, pick it up. And there are bowls, there's the cookware like this, there's all kinds of things that are made from Pyrex that have this pattern on it. The next brand is Spode. A lot of Spode items, and they made a lot of different China items, and some of it was Christmas related, some of it's just, in my case, it was a spice jar. I bought a single spice jar. It was definitely a bolo. Whenever you see a vintage item with the name Spode on it, definitely look it up. It is normally a bolo. I paid $1.99 for it, and I sold it for $22.99 on eBay. This next item was just a thermos, but it was in that red tartan plaid pattern. And it doesn't even matter if they're dinged or scratched up. People want them for decor. They're not using them to drink out of. They want to use them in their vintage decor, and people collect these. I didn't get a lot of money for it, but it was a quick seller. So I still consider it a bolo. I got this at a garage sale for $1. I just knew it would be a quick seller, and sure enough, it sold in a couple days on eBay. I paid $1 and I sold it for $12 plus shipping. I actually would love to have one of these for myself. They are hard to find. I'm going to keep my eye out for this same red plaid tartan style thermos. They are great for decor, and I'm sure that's exactly what the person is going to be using it for. The next item is also a red tartan plaid. It's a Pendleton though, it was a robe, and this also sold very quickly for a high dollar amount. I was really happy with this flip. Let's take a look at the robe here. I just love the colors. I just had this in a listing video if you've been following along. I listed it up for $90 in both eBay and Poshmark. My neighbors were moving, and the grandson had a whole bunch of items in the garage, and he had a sign out front that said everything in the garage was for free. So I got this along with a few other items, and I sold this for $60. I took an offer on eBay for $60. Being that I got it for free, I think that's a pretty good flip. When you see this label, it's a bolo. Anything with Pendleton, clothing, blankets especially, robes, always pick it up if it's in good condition. Always be on the lookout for vintage crewel or needlepoint kits that are still new in the package. It's called new old stock, or NOS, if you ever see that in a listing or description of anything. New old stock, especially from the 70s, and it has to be like a good design or pattern. I have sold multiples of these, and I get really good prices for them. Here's a better look at this creative crewel stitchery kit. It's called Nature's Blossom. Look at the beautiful butterflies and flowers. This is what we call new old stock. It is very old. The person bought the kit and just never did it. And so I was able to buy this at a garage sale for $1.50, and I sold it on Etsy for $39 plus shipping. This is what you call a bolo. Be on the lookout for these kits. They sell well, especially when they're big and they have a nice theme to them. This next item, La Crusade, everybody's always on the lookout for that, but a lot of times the thrift stores know that it's a really high demand, really good quality product, and so they do price it pretty high. In fact, I paid a lot for my La Crusade. It was a utensil holder that I'm going to show you in a second here, but I also got a really good price on it when I sold it. This is a La Crusade utensil holder, and this is the big one. Across here is much bigger than other ones. They sell smaller ones that go for about $20 or $25, but the bigger ones go for over $35. I paid $7.99 for this at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $37.99 plus shipping. It happens to be an international buyer, so I only have to ship it from Michigan to Kentucky, and then it goes from Kentucky to wherever the person actually lives. So the person has to pay for the shipping, the domestic shipping, but they also have to pay the international shipping and any other fees associated with their country. And so it's kind of nice having that global shipping program on eBay, because I only have to ship it from here to Kentucky. This next one is a Christmas ornament by Christopher Radko. I've only ever found 2 of these ornaments. Both of them sold quickly, and ironically they both sold for $25 each. I didn't even have to go picking in my emporium for this item. I had just listed it, and in less than an hour it sold. I had listed it up for $31 because that's what eBay suggested. I was actually going to post it for $25, but they said, oh no, put it up for $31, and I did. In less than an hour, I got an offer for $25, which I accepted. I paid $5 for this at a garage sale, and I accepted that offer for $25 plus shipping. This final item is a Limoges. Limoges are items made in Limoges, France. There is all kinds of china and plates, bowls. There is entire sets of Limoges. Limoges there's just so much out there. And some things are worth more than others, so you have to do your research. In this case, it was a tiny little trinket dish. I got this adorable little trinket dish at a yard sale. It is Limoges. It's part of the Daughters of the American Revolution. It's a nod to the flowers of colonial America, which I don't know if I can get that to focus. And it's so tiny you're not going to be able to read that. But these are Black-Eyed Susans. And on the inside it says it right there. Let's see if I can get that to focus for you guys. I paid $5 at that yard sale, and I sold it on eBay for $21.80 plus shipping. It's such a tiny little item. Don't pass up these tiny little trinket dishes, especially if they're Limoges. Thank you for watching. Put any comments or questions down below, and I'll catch you guys later.